In the intense glare of the post-game spotlight, Bengals head coach Zactaylor stood before the media, unwavering and composed, following a heart-wrenching loss to the Packers. The weight of the defeat was heavy, but Taylor's posture and presence spoke volumes about his leadership and resolve. He declared, "We are going to break through," not as a mere hope or empty reassurance, but as a promise forged in the fires of adversity. Taylor's words weren't just for the cameras, they were a message to his players, his staff, and the entire Bengals community. Instead of shying away from the team's struggles, Taylor reframed them as a test of character, not a crisis. He challenged everyone to see adversity as an opportunity to grow stronger, to build resilience, and to prove what kind of team they truly were. He insisted that the Bengals were on the verge of turning things around, emphasizing that they were just a few plays away from success. Taylor's conviction was clear. He believed in the process, in the preparation, and in the potential of his team. His message was simple, yet powerful. The foundation for winning remains, even if the results haven't shown it yet. Taylor reminded everyone that the fundamentals, the hard work, the discipline, the unity, were still intact, forming the bedrock for future victories. By using the word breakthrough, Taylor painted a vivid picture of a team ready to shatter barriers, not one that's broken or defeated. He wanted his players to envision themselves overcoming obstacles, pushing past limitations, and finally achieving the success they'd been working toward. This message was especially crucial for a team that had recently tasted the heights of Super Bowl glory, only to now find themselves facing tough times and mounting pressure. Taylor understood the emotional toll of coming so close to the ultimate prize, and he knew how important it was to keep hope alive. Taylor's leadership was about more than just X's and O's. It was about instilling belief, fostering trust, and preventing doubt from creeping into the locker room. He spoke directly to the hearts of his players, urging them to stay united and focused on the bigger picture. He set a tone of defiant optimism, refusing to make excuses or point fingers. Taylor made it clear that blame had no place in their culture. Instead, he encouraged accountability, growth, and a relentless pursuit of improvement. Every answer he gave to the media was filtered through the lens of impending success. Taylor spoke with the confidence of someone who could already see the breakthrough on the horizon, inspiring those around him to share in that vision. Taylor's message was straightforward but profound. Don't lose faith. The breakthrough is coming, and it's closer than anyone might think. He urged his team to keep believing, to keep fighting, and to trust that their hard work would soon pay off. For a team desperate for a spark, that unwavering conviction was the most important play call of the day. It was a reminder that belief can be just as powerful as any strategy or game plan. In the end, the press conference became more than just a routine media appearance. It was a rallying cry for unity, resilience, and hope. Taylor's words echoed through the locker room and beyond, reminding everyone that the true measure of a team is not how it handles victory, but how it responds to adversity. Taylor's message came at a crucial time for the Cincinnati Bengals. Amid a season of mounting frustration for the Bengals, the team was grappling with a series of setbacks that seemed to compound with each passing week. Losses to the Lions and Vikings highlighted the team's struggles and growing urgency. These games were not just defeats. They were emblematic of deeper issues within the team. The offense, once explosive, had stalled. The rhythm and confidence that had defined their play were now missing. The defense couldn't close out games, often faltering in critical moments, allowing opponents to capitalize on their mistakes. Each defeat intensified pressure, making every game feel like a must-win. The weight of expectations was heavy, and the team felt it deeply. The Bengals were fighting not just opponents, but a narrative of underachievement. The media and fans were vocal about their disappointment, adding to the team's burden. The Packers game was seen as a turning point, but the loss deepened doubts. It was a game that could have shifted momentum, but instead, it highlighted the team's vulnerabilities. Narrow defeats made the pain sharper, as the team often fell just short. These close losses were particularly heartbreaking, as they showed how close the team was to turning things around. Taylor's promise of a breakthrough directly addressed this pattern. Learning to finish was key. He emphasized the importance of resilience and the need to stay focused on their goals. Speaking from the trenches, Taylor projected confidence, trying to shift focus from past failures to future potential. His words were meant to inspire and galvanize the team. His press conference was an attempt to reclaim the season's narrative and inspire belief. Taylor knew that changing the mindset was the first step towards changing their fortunes on the field. In a season where the Cincinnati Bengals offense was sputtering and playoff hopes were slipping away, the front office knew they had to act fast. The team's struggles to move the ball and finish drives had become a major concern, and fans were growing restless. To address these offensive woes, the Bengals made a bold and unexpected move that sent shockwaves through the NFL. They orchestrated a trade for veteran quarterback Joe Flacco, acquiring him from the Cleveland Browns. Flacco, a former Super Bowl MVP, brought instant credibility and leadership to a locker room in need of direction. The news dominated sports headlines, with analysts debating whether this gamble would pay off. At 40 years old, Flacco arrived in Cincinnati with a wealth of experience, a powerful arm, and a reputation for performing under pressure. His Super Bowl pedigree signaled the Bengals' commitment to winning immediately, rather than waiting for a long rebuild. The move was about more than just stats. It was about changing the team's mentality. Jake Browning, who had started the previous 3 games, showed flashes of potential but struggled with consistency. Costly turnovers and missed opportunities led the coaching staff to seek a steadier hand at quarterback, hoping to stabilize the offense and give the team a fighting chance. Flacco's deep knowledge of NFL offenses and his familiarity with similar playbooks made him an ideal candidate for a quick transition. He immediately dove into the Bengals system, working closely with coaches and teammates to get up to speed and build chemistry. Head coach Zactaylor emphasized Flacco's veteran savvy, poise in the pocket, and ability to handle high-pressure situations. Taylor believed Flacco's leadership would inspire confidence throughout the roster, especially among younger players. The Bengals front office viewed Flacco as a steadying force for a talented but underperforming offense. They hoped his presence would elevate the play of those around him and help the team rediscover its identity. Trading for a 40-year-old quarterback was certainly unconventional, and it raised eyebrows across the league. But with the season on the line, the Bengals needed a spark, someone who could rally the team and reignite their playoff push. The move sent a clear message to the locker room and the fan base. The Bengals were all in on salvaging their season, determined to fight for every win and keep their postseason dreams alive. Taylor expressed full confidence in Flacco, naming him the immediate starter. Flacco's rapid grasp of the playbook impressed the coaching staff. Taylor highlighted Flacco's arm strength and ability to stretch the field, hoping to reignite the offense. The coach believed Flacco's calm presence would steady the team during turbulent times. Taylor saw Flacco as more than a stopgap. He was a strategic upgrade. By backing Flacco publicly, Taylor sent a message. "This is our quarterback, and we're moving forward together." The expectation was clear. Flacco was to be the catalyst for the promised breakthrough. Taylor's high hopes rested on Flacco's leadership and experience. Flacco's arrival reshaped the Bengals' quarterback room. He was named starter, pushing Browning to backup and leading to Brett Rypien's release. Sean Clifford remained on the practice squad, further down the depth chart. The team shifted from developing young QBs to prioritizing veteran experience. Taylor acknowledged the difficulty of these decisions, but stressed the need for immediate results. The message was clear. Patience had run out. Decisive action was needed. The Bengals entered a new era, led by a veteran tasked with engineering a turnaround. Flacco's trade sent shockwaves through the locker room and media. Some players like Ja'Marr Chase were surprised and had to quickly adjust. Jake Browning, now backup, expressed disappointment, but remained professional. The human side of roster moves was evident. Managing morale became crucial. Media reactions were mixed. Some praised the bold move, others questioned if Flacco was enough. Critics argued the team's issues ran deeper than quarterback. The Bengals were under a microscope, every Flacco snap scrutinized. Taylor's press conference aimed to project unity and confidence amid the noise. The focus rally behind the new quarterback and execute the plan. Both teams faced key injuries heading into Week 6. Bengals star Ja'Marr Chase was questionable but played, boosting Flacco's debut. Starting guard Dylan Fairchild and several others were inactive, testing the team's depth. The Packers lost top defensive lineman Devontae Wyatt and right tackle Anthony Belton, weakening their lines. Their kicker was injured, forcing an emergency signing. Christian Watson, a potential Packers playmaker, was not activated. Both teams had to rely on backups, adding to the game's unpredictability. Taylor took full responsibility for the team's struggles, shielding his players from blame. He emphasized collective ownership and unwavering trust in his staff and roster. Taylor's language was inclusive, we and us, reinforcing unity. He called for solidarity, reminding everyone that overcoming adversity required sticking together. Taylor championed the team's character and mental toughness. Accountability for Taylor meant a shared commitment to improvement, not punishment. He framed struggles as correctable, not fundamental flaws. Taylor's leadership set the standard: own the results, stay united, and keep pushing for the breakthrough. With the Packers game behind them, Taylor shifted focus to the future. The message: no dwelling on losses. Each week is a new opportunity. Upcoming games, including a Flacco-Rogers showdown and a Thanksgiving clash with the Ravens, offer a national stage for redemption. Preparation and attention to detail were Taylor's priorities, especially as Flacco acclimated. The path to redemption was built on unity, accountability, and belief. Taylor's press conference became a roadmap for the rest of the season. The Bengals challenge: validate their coach's confidence with performance. Under Taylor's leadership, the team moved forward with renewed purpose, ready to fight for the breakthrough they desperately sought.